Imagine a world where woolly mammoths roam the Arctic tundra once again. These magnificent creatures, extinct for thousands of years, could potentially be brought back to life through cutting-edge science. The possibility of resurrecting the mammoth captures our imaginations and raises profound questions about our role in the natural world. Scientists are exploring the possibility of using advanced gene editing techniques to bring back extinct species like the woolly mammoth. This endeavor, known as de-extinction, aims to reverse the loss of biodiversity caused by human activities and restore ecological balance. The quest to resurrect the mammoth is a testament to human ingenuity and our desire to correct past mistakes. The prospect of seeing these majestic creatures roam the earth again is both exciting and daunting. It forces us to confront ethical dilemmas and the potential consequences of manipulating nature. As we venture into this uncharted territory, we must carefully consider the implications of our actions and strive for a balance between scientific progress and ethical responsibility.
At the heart of de-extinction lies the revolutionary gene editing technology known as CRISPR-Cas9. This tool allows scientists to precisely target and modify DNA sequences, essentially rewriting the code of life. CRISPR acts as a molecular scalpel, cutting DNA at specific locations. This enables the insertion, deletion, or alteration of genetic information. To de-extinct a mammoth, scientists would first need to obtain its complete genome sequence. This genetic blueprint provides the instructions for building and maintaining a living organism. By comparing the mammoth's genome to that of its closest living relative, the Asian elephant, scientists can identify the key genetic differences that gave the mammoth its unique traits. Using CRISPR, scientists could then edit the elephant's genome, introducing the mammoth-specific genes responsible for traits like thick fur, a layer of subcutaneous fat, and cold-adapted blood. This process, known as genomic editing, essentially resurrects ancient mammoth genes within the living elephant genome.
Ancient fossils, preserved for millennia in permafrost, hold the key to unlocking the mammoth's genetic secrets. These frozen remains contain remnants of the mammoth's DNA, which can be extracted and sequenced. By piecing together the fragmented DNA strands, scientists can reconstruct a significant portion of the mammoth genome. The discovery of well-preserved mammoth remains in Siberia has been instrumental in advancing de-extinction efforts. The cold, dry conditions of the permafrost have helped to preserve the integrity of the mammoth's DNA, allowing scientists to obtain valuable genetic information. These frozen archives provide a glimpse into the past, enabling us to study the evolution and extinction of these magnificent creatures. However, extracting and sequencing ancient DNA is a complex and delicate process. The DNA is often degraded and contaminated with genetic material from other organisms. Scientists must employ sophisticated techniques to isolate and analyze the mammoth DNA, ensuring the accuracy and completeness of the genetic information.
While the prospect of bringing back extinct species is scientifically fascinating, it raises profound ethical concerns.
Some argue that we have a moral obligation to restore what we have destroyed, using our technological prowess to correct past mistakes.
They believe that de-extinction could help restore ecological balance and preserve biodiversity for future generations.
However, others caution against playing God and interfering with the natural order.
They argue that resurrecting extinct species could have unforeseen and potentially harmful consequences for existing ecosystems.
The introduction of a genetically engineered mammoth, for example, could disrupt existing food chains, introduce novel diseases, or outcompete native species.
Furthermore, there are concerns about animal welfare.
Bringing back an extinct species would inevitably involve experimentation and potential suffering for the animals involved.
Critics argue that it is unethical to subject animals to such procedures, especially when the potential benefits are uncertain.
Proponents of de-extinction envision a future where resurrected mammoths roam vast, protected areas known as Pleistocene parks. These parks would mimic the ecosystems of the Pleistocene epoch, when mammoths last roamed the Earth. Rewilding efforts are already underway in Siberia with the aim of restoring the mammoth steppe ecosystem. Scientists believe that reintroducing mammoths to the Arctic could help combat climate change. Mammoths were ecosystem engineers, their grazing habits helping to maintain the grasslands that act as carbon sinks. By trampling snow and knocking down trees, they also help to keep the ground cold, preventing the release of greenhouse gases. However, the feasibility and ecological impact of such large-scale rewilding projects remain uncertain. Critics argue that creating Pleistocene parks could have unintended consequences for existing ecosystems, and that resources would be better spent on conserving currently endangered species.
The quest to resurrect the mammoth highlights the delicate balance between scientific ambition and ethical responsibility. While the potential benefits of de-extinction are intriguing, we must proceed with caution, carefully considering the potential risks and ethical implications. Open and transparent public discourse is crucial to ensure that these technologies are used responsibly and for the greater good. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to bring back extinct species is a societal one. We must weigh the potential benefits against the risks and consider our ethical obligations to both existing and future generations. As we venture into this uncharted territory, we must do so with humility, recognizing the limits of our knowledge and the profound responsibility we have as stewards of the natural world.